All right, Coach. Talk a little bit about your team's performance last week at the Memphis Collegiate Invitational.
I thought we did a really good job last weekend. We ran into a lot of tough teams. A lot of teams riddled with upperclassmen, and I thought the girls did a really good job. The first day of the tournament wasn't our best performance. There were a lot of nerves out there, and some of the girls just settled down in the next 24 to 48 hours, and we played a much better tennis. And I think you could definitely tell it was our first weekend. So, as the weekend progressed, we did much better.
And talk about this weekend coming up, going to Rice and playing a pretty good draw there as well.
Oh, we're really excited about going to Rice. There's a lot of nationally ranked programs. You've got SMU, LSU. Obviously, Rice is a good school tennis-wise, and we're excited about that. I realize that, taking this young of a team into a situation like that sometimes might be a little bit overwhelming for the young girls with the three freshmen. But we have to put them in high stress situations really quickly to prepare them for the rest of the year, because when the spring rolls around, we've got a lot of national ranked programs on the schedule, and we've got to be ready to compete.
Talk a little bit about your team's progress, not only from last year to this year, but also from the beginning of the season, back in August until now.
We could start with last fall. And, we talked about this with the girls this past week, and when we went to Alabama, opening up our first year, the girls looked starstruck. They were real tight, and we didn't have our best showing. And and then fast forward to our home opener against North Texas in January. I think we made a lot of progression in those 4 months to the January, but then also, from January through the end of April, things improved tremendously. People who had not been there all spring came out and watched some of the last few home matches and were just truly impressed. And we did a lot of little things right, and that's something that we're focusing on now. So from the first day of practice to now, we're much more in fit than we were. The girls took some time off over this summer, and it showed a little bit, but they've got their feet under them a little bit. They're doing better, and we look to progress every tournament we play.
Talk about some of your individual performances. Last weekend, Terri Sisk had a really good performance, 3-0 in her draw. Emma Levy is a freshman coming in doing pretty well in her three singles match as well. Talk about some individual performances you were high about last week.
Well, you got to look at this. That was a very strong tournament to start off with, and we had 4 of our girls, with the oldest being a sophomore, 4 of those girls advanced to the finals of their flight. That said a lot about our program. We were, Sharon Siegel stood out. She went 3-0 for the weekend, did a really good job, was real confident on the court, and that was something we were waiting to see from Sharon. Just a lot of confidence, on her toes, ready to play, and she definitely did a good job of that. And Lindsay Dvorak had an amazing tournament. Actually beat Ole Miss's number 3 or 4 player, and did a good job with that. So we're really excited about how everybody did. You sort of single some of these kids out, but the whole team did really well, and it's they're growing as a team, and we're looking forward to Rice this weekend.
All right.